So the definition of human trafficking is the use of force, threat of force, fraud, or coercion to compel a person into any form of work or service against their will. So that's a pretty broad definition, but that's on purpose. It's pretty all-inclusive and can include a lot more things than we often first think of. So we have what we call the AMP model. This is what our federal definition says makes something human trafficking. We need one item from each column: an action, a means, and a purpose.
When we look at child sexual abuse and child labor trafficking, we really have to look at how can we identify this? How can we ensure that we are able to identify it and report it so that it can be investigated and we can get these children safe and we can provide the services that are necessary. And that key factor is everyone in the community, and especially educators who see the children day in and day out, because these children are still going to school. They are still having contact with community members, with educators, with doctors, with people in their community. Indiana is a mandating reporting state, and so if you suspect a child, a minor under the age of 18, is a victim of sex trafficking or labor trafficking, you must report that to the Indiana Department of Services hotline. Our state law requires that we protect the identity of those reporting abuse or neglect allegations.
There are a wide variety of things that might make a youth vulnerable to trafficking. If you think about where they might live, where they're from, who they live with, what they're doing before and after school, who they're friends with, their living situations, there are so many reasons that someone might be vulnerable to trafficking. So one of the biggest vulnerabilities that we see in teenagers is that they want to be connected with each other and with someone who makes them feel special and valued. And traffickers will pounce on that opportunity and create a space where they feel that way.
So there is a lot of reasons why victims won't disclose. Often they feel a lot of shame and self-blame, so they feel like they got themselves into the situation. So with trafficking being a crime, that there usually is some type of connection between the perpetrator and the victim before they experience trafficking and exploitation, really leads to that shame and self-blame.